Hello, dear friends. This is your Astro Health Guide for March 27th through April the 2nd. I'm trying this new format in which I would like to present you the weekly planetary energies and how you can use them for your well-being, how they can affect your energy levels and your health. So your opinion is really important for me. Please let me know in the comments if this is helpful, if you would like to see more of those weekly videos and any other ideas you would like to share. So let's get started because actually, it's a really nice time to readjust, to adapt, and to focus on something new in terms of our energy balance, in terms of our focus, and practically anything else. Because recently, many planets changed their sign positions. We have Pluto moving to Aquarius, which is a big deal because it happens, well, once in a few decades. Pluto changes permanently its sign position. Also, Saturn has recently moved to Pisces. Also, big deal because Saturn is spending around 2.5 years in one sign. And Mars also, just a few days ago, Mars moved into Cancer. And this is also significant because for the past 6 months or so, Mars was in Gemini because it was retrograde there. So we are really moving into a new stage, into a new phase, including also the new astrology year, which also started last week with the ingression of the sun in Aries. So to put this shortly, many things are changing energetically, collectively, which also means that personally we will be affected on certain level. And that also includes our energy balance, our responses, our ability to adapt to changes, to try new things, to be flexible. And it's time to really open up for something new. We have so much fire energy, and the sun, Jupiter, and Mercury are both in Aries. So it is a great time for something new, including your health well-being, including your focus or motivation. And what's interesting is that Mars, which is the ruler of the fire planets of the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter right now, Mars is in Cancer. So recently Mars moved there, which means that we can also be very spontaneous and irrational. So Aries as a sign is generally very spontaneous, very go get it and just do it, and first do it then think about it type of strategy, which obviously has two sides like anything else. But when the ruler Mars is also in Cancer, which is extremely emotional, also triggered, influenced by the subconscious sign, we may find ourselves acting in a more spontaneous but also irrational way. And this can make our energy levels also change and be somehow unstable. So give yourself a little time. It's nice to put this impulse into something new, whether it's about your health or any other direction in life, because of the fire energies. But then because of Mars position in Cancer, you also need to allow your intuition to guide you, to do things that make you feel comfortable, the things that also allow you to relax or not to push yourself too hard. Because if you try to push yourself too hard, you may find that there are some kind of self-sabotaging mechanisms which are triggered. Or on a body level, for example, your body may trick you into thinking that you're not feeling very well, or that you are becoming more irritable or more sensitive. So in order to avoid this extra sensitivity, overreactions, we need to keep our focus on taking steps, doing something, and at the same time allow ourselves to relax, to have a little bit of downtime, and also to pay close attention to our emotional well-being. Next, I would like to talk about the energies which will affect us during the whole week. So March 27th through April the 2nd. And then we will get through the daily overview. So there are three major aspects which will affect us throughout the whole week. Mercury in conjunction with Jupiter in Aries, Venus in conjunction with Uranus in Taurus, and Mars trining Saturn. So all of the energies are pretty intense, pretty interesting and specific, and can be used for very constructive purposes. Let's get started with Mercury and Jupiter joining together in Aries. From an energy and health perspective, this is a time when we can learn new information, we can gather more knowledge, and we can initiate a new process. But what's important here is to be well informed. So, for example, if you have some kind of health issue, or if you want to improve your energy balance or well-being, this is a great time to gather new information, to learn new things, to expand your worldview. Also, if we talk about the body, Aries is ruling the head. So, for example, if you want to do something or some kind of therapy or treatment which is related to your head or parts of the head, or even the upper side of the jaw, this is also ruled by Aries. This is a great time to do that. So some kind of teeth treatment or anything else which is related to the head. That also includes our mental well-being. If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you've been pushing yourself too much, perhaps now you can readjust, you can do something. I'm not saying stop. I'm not saying, don't learn new things, or don't think about new stuff, don't plan new things. Actually, it's the opposite. But you need to do this strategically. So overall, there is a lot of focus, like mental focus, which can help us in many other ways, of course, in practical things, in our work and business as well. But when it comes to health, it's a very beneficial time to use also your mind, your thoughts, your ideas towards something that you would like to improve health-wise or energy-wise, and open up your mind for new ideas or solutions coming your way, because Mercury and Jupiter is a pretty lucky and beneficial combination. So you might receive an important advice, an interesting proposition, or something else which can also help you to improve your energy. The other aspect which will affect us throughout the whole week is the conjunction between Venus and Uranus in Taurus. Venus is the ruler here, so Venus is extremely strong and beneficial. And it's a wonderful time to change something in terms of our nutrition and in terms of how we take care of our body. Some kind of skincare therapy or something which is related to beauty procedures is also beneficial. But be mindful, because with Uranus, also the results might be surprising, they might be interesting, they might be extraordinary, and sometimes also unpredictable. Here, what I would recommend is to check your own horoscope. And if you have an aspect between Venus and Uranus, if you have a challenging aspect in your chart, like square opposition between Venus and Uranus, perhaps this time might be trickier for you, because the results might be more unpredictable. But if you have a positive connection between Venus and Uranus in your natal chart, then chances are this possible surprising results might be also more beneficial for you. So skincare, beauty therapies, also changes related to your nutrition. But the focus here should be on things that bring you joy. So it's not about restricting yourself. It's not about some kind of stoic position. It's more about finding comfort and taking care of your body, not in a way that you're punishing yourself and being really hard on yourself, but actually the other side, which is doing it with love, with care, and because it will bring you something positive. So that's again something we can explore during the whole week. And the other aspect, which is also very important, the trine between Mars and Saturn. Mars is in Cancer, Saturn is in Pisces, and it's interesting that both of the signs have recently changed their positions. So we are only beginning to adapt to those new energies. So it's something unfamiliar. It's the first time when we are having this trine between Mars and Saturn in those particular signs for decades. So it's interesting to observe this process. And this is an aspect which can allow us to have some kind of healthy self-control. First of all, when it comes to our emotions, because both of the signs are in water, both of the planets are in water signs, Cancer and Pisces. So healthy emotional self-control is actually extremely important and can affect positively our well-being and our health overall. That includes our nutrition, because Mars is in Cancer. So taking care of your digestion, or the type of nutrients you are taking, or the food that you prefer, or the way you cook, or the way you prepare. This is very important, especially this week. And here is the greatest advantage. This week, we can do this in a smoother way because there is a trine between Mars and Saturn. So again, it's not about being extremely restrictive and controlling. It's more about practical, wise approach. And you can also focus on planning. And for example, planning the food that you will prepare, or the things that you would like to do, how you would like to take care of your well-being. So overall, the energies which are affecting us during the whole week are mostly harmonious and beneficial. Now, let's take a look at the daily overview, and we will also talk about which body parts might be more sensitive and overall how we can experience more well-being. On Monday, the moon is in Gemini, which means that the nervous system might be more reactive, more sensitive. Some kind of conversations may trigger you, or the way you connect to other people. This is also affecting more our well-being, our energy balance. So try to focus on this area to try to avoid basically the stress which might come from this area. The body parts which can be more sensitive are the lungs, the breathing, the respiratory system overall, and also the arms and the hands. So it's recommended to avoid procedures or interventions which affect those body parts. Also, Mercury has a harmonious aspect with Uranus and disharmonious aspect with Saturn. So the nervous system can be especially sensitive on Monday, but we can also make some positive changes. So be open to some positive changes and try to avoid the old patterns, because chances are they will not affect us positively. On Tuesday, the moon is in Cancer, so the more sensitive parts of the body are our digestion, especially the stomach, the feminine organs also. So it's nice to avoid some procedures, especially if they're more invasive, or even surgeries related to those body parts. And also, our sensitivity and our emotions can affect more our well-being. So if we take things more personally, if we are, like acting from a more childish position, this usually also decreases the level of our energy and vitality. But on Tuesday, we also have this positive aspect on between Mercury and Jupiter, so it's especially active. So for learning something new, for planning something, this is a great time. On Wednesday, we still have the moon in Cancer, so basically the same recommendations apply. Pay attention to your digestion, to your food. Make sure to have enough time to relax and to take care of yourself and the people that you love. On Thursday, the moon will be in in Cancer until 6 p.m. So again, this our digestion is more sensitive until this time. Our emotional reactions also affect us more. But after 6 p.m., the moon will move to Leo. So, first of all, we may feel more energized. We may feel like things are more dynamic. It's better time for self-expression. The body parts which can be more sensitive are the back area, the eyes sometimes also. So, yeah, pay attention to those body parts. Also, the heart. So, it's recommended to avoid stressful activities which can trigger more the back and also the heart. That applies to Thursday evening and also Friday and Saturday. So during those days, we may feel more energized, more inspired to do things that we enjoy. For some kind of creative work, this is a great time. But again, be mindful with the heart, with the back also. Then on on Sunday, we actually have a great day for taking better care of our health because the moon will be in Virgo. And when the moon is in Virgo, this is one of the best times when we can focus on some kind of detox, or we can again take care of our body. So for some kind of health procedures or just taking care of yourself, the time is very harmonious. The digestion can also be sensitive when the moon is in Virgo, and also our responses to food, especially if the food is not clean, and especially if you know that you are more sensitive to some kind of things in your food or particular foods. Pay close attention. And also the digestion and the small intestines can be more sensitive or may require more attention, especially if you know that you have issues with those body parts. It's nice to give yourself a little time to relax, to take care, to pay attention. So that's our weekly Astro Health Guide. I hope this is helpful for you. Very soon I'm preparing something major related to health and well-being and medical astrology, so stay tuned. I will keep you posted. And again, let me know if you want something particular from those weekly overviews, if there's something you want to know more of. And overall, I would love to hear your comments. So I'm leaving you with this new type of energy that we will experience. And it's very exciting, really, because so many things are shifting right now. And I think it's really time also for us to step into something new. So have a wonderful week, everybody, and I will see you soon.